know, Megan, you got some good eats out there, huh?
I do. I know you guys are going to want me to bring something back. So it's official. The unofficial start of summer is here, and we know you didn't get too much barbecuing done this weekend, so don't turn those grills off yet. We are here at the Whining Butcher in Ashburn, Virginia, where they make their meat unlike anybody else's. Everything that they sell here, we can't wait to show you everything, is all house made. Andrew Arguin, the owner here. So take us through kind of what the first step is with all your meats, because it's not like, you know, you get it done someplace else. Everything's here.
Absolutely. How are you doing today?
Good.
Awesome. So the first thing we do is we use a particular cut of meat that comes from the underside, same area as the flank of the skirt that most people are used to. And the big thing that we do, this is how it comes in. So it's not a pretty piece of meat.
No,
right?
So
it's got a lot of stuff on there that you're not going to want to, you know, eat on it or whatever. So the first thing we do is we actually trim it nicely, right? So this is kind of what it would end up looking like after you end up trimming it. The next thing we do that's different than most people do is we actually tenderize it. So like many people or like your grandparents used to do is you used to kind of stab it with a fork to tenderize it.
Okay.
We don't actually do that.
Seems like it's labor
We actually have a piece of machine here that has 720 needles that does that automatically for us.
Thank goodness.
So we know that we're going to get it mechanically tenderized. And then after we do that, we cut it into tips. And the reason being is that it allows the marinade to get in a lot better, right? And obviously it's easier to kind of throw on the grill, right? And kind of cook them off, right? And then kind of, you know, portion them out for everybody, right?
Now, who makes your marinades?
So we blend a lot of the marinades ourselves, right? Because like everything you're going to see, we want to make sure that it's our flavors that are coming out, right?
Can't get anywhere else.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Right?
Then what happens when you have all this soaked in marinade?
Yep. So after we get the tips done and everything else, we take these tips and we put them into what we call a vacuum tumbler.
Okay.
Right? And what it is, it's a steel drum. You put the tips in here. You put the marinade in here. You close it off this thing. Then you hook up this hose and you suck the air out.
Why is that?
And what that does is it basically expands the meat and allows the marinade to infuse into the meat. And then this whole drum rotates around, so it's like a natural tenderized motion that adds to it. So what you end up getting is you end up getting a fully marinated piece of meat.
So you don't have to do anything when you go home.
Exactly.
That's
All
nice.
you have to do is just grab it, throw it right on the grill.
Can you also come over and grill it too? All right, now what do you do with all the tips that you take off?
So
like the trimmings.
Yeah. So the big thing is that the trim that we get from the meat that we showed you earlier, we take that and we also combine that with whole muscle meat in order to make our fresh ground burger. And that fresh ground burger is then made into the hamburger patties that people come in and love, and you can throw right on the grill as well too.
You make a really special hamburger patty with the seasoning too from the marinade, like the marinated one that you just did.
So this seasoning, this is called steakhouse seasoning. It's like a zesty Italian.
Yeah.
And it's so popular that we decided that we'd mix that same seasoning into the hamburger patties, and people end up having like steakhouse hamburger patties.
And then it looks like this. It depends on how well you want it done.
Yep.
Okay, so I was kidding before about you grilling it for us, but they do have an entire kitchen where you can get things pre-made here. Sit down, eat lunch, eat dinner, or you can take it to go with your whole family. So we'll be back here in a little bit. I gotta put a jacket on because it's freezing in this processing room. Guys, I'll send it back to you.
Sounds good. All the hips and skirts references. Sounds like a fashion segment.
Hey, good morning, guys. So when we last left off here at the Whining Butcher, we were talking about the over a dozen meats and marinades here that you can order. Now, the way that their store functions, so cool. They actually, the kitchen shops at their own market for everything that they have here. So, Andrew, tell us about the prepared foods that we can pick up, bring home, be ready to eat.
Yep. So the best thing about the prepared foods is, like you just said, we make everything here, and we make it from scratch. So the way that I set up this whole store was that the kitchens shop from the market. So, you know, we carry everything that you would want to make in order to make all the foods that you see here within the market.
And
so we make it fresh.
The core of who you are too is, of course, those premium meats. You make that in all of the stuff you have on your bistro menu. Tell us about some of the items to make our mouths water.
So the big thing on the bistro menu is basically, you know, we do all that marinated stuff we have on there. We do hamburgers, we do steak tip subs, we do pizzas, we do pepperoni pizzas, subs, salads, all kinds of stuff too.
And your steak tip subs, they are the best. Everybody loves them. It's like your #1 product that you have here.
Absolutely.
And now you also are introducing these ice cream, which is made from what ingredients from farms around here?
So again, the big thing about us is, again, we want to make things from scratch. We want to impart our flavors and our styles into things. So, you know, we work with some local farms in order to get grass-fed milk. We get local pasture-raised eggs, right? And we actually make the base in order to make the ice cream. You know, I'm an ice cream lover. I like sweets, you know, and the greatest thing about it is that it's made simply the way that if you made ice cream at home, that's the way it would be. Not a lot of ingredients, but tastes amazing.
Right. So now it's kind of like if we want to go shopping at a grocery store, we pick up the items, we make everything at home, but you make it super easy for us because that's exactly what we can do here, including all the wines too.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, everybody lives a busy life, right? So the big thing is that, you know, why not have everything ready for you to go? You know, whether it's wine, prepared food, you know, marinated steak, ice cream, you just come right in, grab it, you know, entertain or just enjoy it by yourself.
And I mean, it's kind of crazy. We haven't even touched the surface of what they have here. They even have a smoker, and everything's better with bacon. Isn't that right?
Everything.
So we are going to take you back into the kitchen, show you how they actually smoke their bacon and what they mix it with to make one of their really core ingredients in their burgers here. So guys, stay with us. We'll be back in a little bit.
Wow, that guy eats ice cream, 29-inch waist, big guns. I'm going to eat ice cream there. That's good. Thanks so much, Meaghan. Hey, you still hungry?
It's a great day, Washington. This morning we are hanging out at a local gourmet market in Ashburn, Virginia, where you might want to cross neighborhood lines to get to, because you can either eat in. Their house-made burgers are delicious. We showed you earlier how they were made. We're going to show you how their new 2-1 burgers are made in a second. But first, we got to start with the bacon. This is Andrew Arguin, who is the owner here. Andrew, this is a huge slab of bacon. You make it all here?
Absolutely, we do. And the best part about this bacon is the pork belly. And the pork belly we actually get from a local farm called Polyface Farms out in Sweet, Virginia. So this is pasture-raised pork. And the best thing about the bacon is all we do is we add 2 ingredients.
Okay.
Just 2, that's it. So it's just salt, pepper, and we just put the salt and pepper on it, right? We let that cure for a couple days and everything else, right? And then after that, all we do is smoke it. That's it. So we don't add any sugar, we don't do any nitrites, we don't do any of that stuff. And then we just pop it right here in our smoker.
Whoa. Smoke's coming out, it's billowing out.
Yeah.
Whoa, so how long did this stay in there for?
So basically we smoke it for about 6 to 8 hours, right? And then you basically have your fully smoked, you know, bacon ready to kind of go. And then what we do is we slice that up, we retail it, we package it and everything else.
Oh yeah, that's easy.
Yeah, ready to go.
For Sunday breakfast.
Yeah, and the best part about it is that the best way to cook the bacon is right in the oven. So you just put the slices right on the cookie sheet and everything else. Again, we don't add any sugar or any other spices to it. So if you're looking for something sweet, right, you want a little spice to it, all you have to do is just take like maple syrup, right, and just drizzle a little bit over top of it, right?
And if you
want
on
something,
there,
a little bit of spices or whatever, right? You can add a little bit of spice on here, right? And then all you have to do, if you want to just grab that, you just grab that,
put it
and
into
just
the
throw that right in the oven.
What do you heat it at?
In about 400 for 10 minutes.
Okay, we've got 30 seconds. Can you tell us about the 2-1 burger?
So the 2-1 burger is exactly that. It's 2 parts of our ground sirloin that we showed you earlier, 1 part of our bacon made into patties, right? And
Yum!
Yep, so it's got that bacon flavor in that, and that's the hamburger right there with our homemade chips.
What are people saying?
It's amazing, right? You can't beat bacon.
Chips are good. All right, that sounds so yummy. I got to take a bite of this. Guys, we'll send it over to you in the studio. We got to show you how they make their pizza in their wood ovens. Stay with us.
Let's see what Meaghan's eating now, and maybe they can give her, I don't know, a bucket of ice and bring some of that meat back. That'd be kind of cool, huh?
You can grab it now. Guys, check this out. This is the Meat Lovers Pizza here at the Whining Butcher in Ashburn, Virginia, where bacon is definitely one of the ingredients on here. It's what I'm eating right now. When we were last here, we were seeing how it's actually smoked in-house. Let Elizabeth take out the other pizza we have here. So, Andrew, perfect spot to grab pizza, too, on the weekends.
Yeah, it goes with everything else that we do here. I want to make things from scratch. So we make the dough, right? We make the sauce, right? And we make the pizzas from scratch. And the big thing is that we want to try to use everything that we make within the store too. So the Meat Lovers Pizza has on there steak tips, has on there our bacon, right? Has on there our sausage,
And
right?
if you want a little bit more, there you go, right? You can just
Absol-
order that up.
Absolutely.
You feed this food to your family. This is a family-run business locally here, so you must really put your heart and soul into what ingredients you're getting.
Absolutely. I want to make sure the food is made in a way that I want to feed my family, right? So that's basically what I want to be able to do with all the foods that we offer here.
So some of the stuff that's in the prepared food case, because I'm a big proponent on the prepared food cases, because you bring it home, heat it up, and you're all set for the whole night for the whole fam. What's some of the stuff that's popular here that people pick up?
So some of the stuff that's really popular here in the prepared food case is, like the chicken salad, right?
Oh
to
yeah,
make
I
sandwiches.
tasted that. It's so good.
The pulled pork,
Yes.
the crab cakes. The big thing about the crab cakes is not really cake, right? We try to make it with whole lump crab meat in there. All the cold salads.
So everybody from Maryland's coming in to get that.
The crispy Brussels sprouts people love. We got the corn bean black salsa.
And that also goes on the salads. People can come here for lunchtime, for dinner time, pick it up, and also pick up their wines, olive oil. I mean, no detail is left off here.
Yep, we try to make sure that we've hit every mark on what people will want to eat for every meal of the week, right? And like I said, whether they're by themselves, they're cooking for their family, right? Or they're trying to entertain people, right? It's all about quality food and quality ingredients, and being a part of the community.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a place like this makes the community that you live in just more complete. It just is better. They also have some breads here too. You pick up everything, so maybe you forgot it at the grocery store, you just grab it here. And also, we just had Memorial Day. They also have burgers in here, sausages that you make in-house, and you can pick it all up and have it in your freezer in case, hey, if you're not ready to cook things for that night.
Absolutely. Yeah. We have it ready to go where you can pick up the raw products and cook it yourself, right? Or we season it and they can cook it, right? Or it's prepared food and all you have to do is reheat it. Or if you're really busy, because everybody has busy lives, right? Yep. Kids are doing sports, school, right? Work, all kinds of other things.
And we're busy too, because we've got to send it back to the studio and send it off, guys. Have a wonderful rest of the day. I think I got to go food shopping here, make sure I get some of the marinated meats. You want some, Marquette, Chris?
Yes.
That pizza looked amazing, Meaghan. The next time I'm in Ashburn, I want to go check out your butcher.
She's going to have the pizza, but I want to have a plate and have, in that window, a little taste of every single thing that's in that window. That's the kind of plate I would like.